Hey everybody. Hey everybody, and welcome to the last lecture series of this semester. Yay! Give yourself a big round of applause for making it this far into the semester. We have a little bit less than one more month to go. So it seems kind of crazy that content-wise, we're basically done after this week, which is crazy to say. Um, but we still have a couple of things that we still need to finish up on and learn about within the next coming weeks. But as for lecture material, this is basically it, unless you want to have me discuss something that you found particularly interesting that you want me to delve into a little bit more, or if there's something else that you would like me to discuss. That's absolutely a-okay with me. Feel free to email me and I will be glad to kind of make a little bit of a rant or another lecture series or something like that on that topic for you, or just to discuss it a little bit more in detail over email or something like that. But I want you guys first to give yourself a pat on the back or just some cheers because we're almost there. This semester, at least for me in particular, has been one of the roughest ones so far for me personally, and I know a lot of you guys have experienced something similar with just the different challenges of this pandemic world or just personal things or family things or just life. Life happens. So definitely please be proud of yourself for making it this far. I just wanted to say that since you guys have been doing pretty awesome. With that being said, this week we are on to our last chapter together, like I said, and we are going to be examining education and religion. I have a really small screen today, so it's kind of hard for me to do my usual movements, but that's what we'll be examining this week. And now you might be wondering, okay, I remember faintly in the very first lecture in chapter one, there's like this figure and it talks about all the different American sociological associations, and education is a big thing and religion is a big thing. And then later on, we talked about the different agents of socialization, and education is kind of in there. I would pair that with groups or peer groups, and then religion is definitely a big one. So why on earth are these merged together when it seems like they should be two separate things? So the main reason being is that even though they are their own separate topics and you can specialize in each of them separately, both education and religion are something that's called cultural universals. If you recall from a couple weeks ago now, in examining cultural universals, that means every culture has some semblance of it. So every culture that you encounter or learn about has some way of education or educating people, has some method of religion or religious faith or something regarding religion. There's some kind of unity there. So on a cultural universal standpoint, that's what education and religion is. Secondly, education and religion are also forms of socialization. And both people who are in education, so educators, as well as people who are religious, are concerned about the various beliefs and value systems being passed on to that next generation. We'll see in a little bit here how that's going to be really important from a functionalist standpoint about making sure that these different aspects of life are being passed on to the next one. So that's another reason why these two are kind of merged together. And we're going to be examining education first, since the chapter is education and religion, so we're just going to kind of go in that order. And to kind of finish up this video introduction for you guys and to think about education in particular, kind of get your gears going, think about your own educational experiences. In your opinion, what makes for a good teacher, right? That's very subjective. It's really dependent on you. Do you like more of the Miss Trunchbull figure, kind of an authoritarian aspect, and people who are saying let's work, 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 and that kind of thing? Or are you more of a Miss Honey person from Matilda and thinking about the more personal relationships that a teacher kind of has you go through, and really kind and caring and really passionate about the subject that they're teaching, but also really passionate about their students. They see their students as individual people instead of seeing their students as a number. As you go through your college career, maybe you've had similar experiences depending on if you started at a bigger university and then transferred here to SMC, or if you're one of my high school dual enrolled students, if you are starting your college career, this is kind of one of your first experiences of college, and then as you move on to a 4-year university, as well as for my people who are transferring as well, definitely think into considerations about the types of teachers who have been your favorite throughout your life. Maybe there's some different qualities that make them your favorite teachers. And also think about the classes that were your favorites. Were they your favorite because of the teacher, or were they your favorite because of the amount of material that you learned? There's kind of two flip sides of that coin, right? Kind of similar to thinking about Robin Williams and his Dead Poet Society. He really acts out and gets really passionate about all the literature that he's teaching and the history of things and things like that. Super great movie if you haven't watched that one. And kind of thinking about that. So just start to think about your educational experiences and how they've kind of molded and shaped you as an agent of socialization as we move on into our next video, which is going to be examining the different theoretical perspectives and seeing how they tie in with education. So I'll see you next time for that video.